FlatsClass YouTube, Captain CA here, and welcome back to the channel. This is FlatsClass YouTube, where I teach you how to be a better angler. Today, I'm with longtime friend and client, Richard Brokoff. Now, Richard's from South Georgia. He fishes with a lot of guides. This is what he does during his retirement. He's no slouch, 80 years young and no slouch on the bow of the boat. Go check out some of this action. We're gonna talk about in this video how your landing percentage, your hookup percentage is not diminished by making your treble hook plugs safer for both the fish and you by mashing the barbs down. I'm gonna quote a few things from old Doug Hannon in this, but you go ahead, check out the action from today, and I'll be right back. Great job. Great job. I mean, sight fished that one beautifully. Beautifully. Nice looking snook. All the way in. Oh, 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 oh. I was going to say, that was going to be bad. Look at that snook. Whoa. Why we bend the barbs down so we can use this stuff. Oh, well done. Nice snook. Boy, he is. That's a slot one too, buddy. That is a slot one. This is why we use barbless hooks right here. Mash them down because I'll be able to get that out. We got the hooks out easily because we mashed those barbs down. The best part right here, guys. The best part. Watch them swim away. That's a slot snook. We put them away. No harm, no foul, right, Rich?
Nope.
That's the way we like it. Catch them again. So I have bent the barbs on these hooks on this treble plug. On this Mirrolure. I bent them down. It will not cost us bites today. But what it will ensure is that we can release fish unharmed and we can get the fish that we don't want to catch off pretty quick. Right? Yeah, there's all kinds of trout in here. Okay. Look at the black tail on this sucker. I mean. Don't let him get back there. There you go. Keep him low. Got you on the tab. Nope, he's free. Nice. Nice. Mashing those barbs down has been the deal. Another, I mean, hoss-sized trout. Hoss-sized trout. I mean it. These are 27 MRs, and they are just crushing them. Crushing them. Here. Pull it to me a little more. That fish was jumping. Coming down. It's nice to see you whacking them like this. And that is beautiful fish. We can release them all because of those mashed down barbs. So, Richard is number 50 for speckled trout now. 5-0. He's got the 50th one on coming in. What an amazing day of fishing. And we released every one of these because it's the spawn right now, and these fish are all being released really healthy. Most of the fish have been between 18 and 20 and a half inches, and it's just one of those days. It really is. Pretty incredible action. I'm worn out because we had fished the day before up north of the area that we fished today, and it was so windy and so cold, and it just kicked my butt. And then a long day today. So if you haven't tried these things are amazing. I mean, it's like drinking 2 cups of coffee. And at the end of the day, when I need that little bit extra energy because I got to clean this boat, finish this YouTube video, really helps out. All right, so I said I was going to quote Doug Hannon. Years and years ago, I saw an interview with Doug Hannon, who used to be the bass professor. You guys might remember him from ESPN. He used to do a little vignette video on Saturday mornings while they were running the outdoor programming. Now, Doug was the claim to fame to, I think, 1,000 10-pound bass. Now, he may have caught them in an area that's all there were in there, but nonetheless, the guy was a genius, a tackle innovator, just one of those special people in our business that got a lot of respect from anglers. Well, he was talking once about how he had been bending the barbs or mashing the barbs down on plugs, okay? And he had not noticed at all, not even a small percentage of landing ratio going down or hookup percentage going down. Never. And I was like, no way. No, can't happen. Fast forward to today, where there's a big initiative to fish inline hooks, which I'm a proponent of. And a lot of this is just because it's just better for the fish. It's better for us, the anglers, not to get hurt. But I still fish a lot of plugs because their action has changed. Like when I put inlines on my 27s or my 17s, they don't fish exactly the same way. They're a little heavier. So when I'm fishing real shallow over rock and stuff like I was today, I like to use the treble hook versions of these two baits. But what I do to be responsible, especially this time of year during the spawn for trout, and I know we don't want to mishandle them, we don't want to net them, I mash these barbs down. And as you saw today, we caught literally 50 trout. We caught 50 trout, and many of them in that 18 to 20 and a half inch range. He caught a nice slot stick this morning. He got a redfish to get a slam, and then we went right to trout fishing because that's what he wanted to do. I pulled across the flat, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of blacktails on this flat. And he goes, what does that mean? I was like, there's a lot of trout on this flat. I go, more than I expected. I go, but I've got some snook in these holes over there. Well, we went over there, and we didn't find the snook. The water was a little lower than I anticipated, so they're probably out maybe a couple 100 yards, and he didn't want to really look for them. He goes, let's go look at those trout. I figured he'd catch 6 or 8 of them. I never thought we were going to catch 50 of them. And we left when they were still biting. That's how good it was. But the real lesson is when you're trying to keep fish in good health and you're trying not to get hurt and you're not wanting to wrap these fish up in a net, just mash those barbs down. All it requires is a pair of pliers and just carefully mash them down. I just bite down on every one of them. I do not lose fish, whether I'm using round bend stock hooks like I have on this 17 that we caught the snook on, or if I've got these Mustad KVD triple grip hooks that are a little thinner wire, which makes this bait float a little bit different. This is the fried bologna custom bait that I have, and this is the one that was absolutely kicking butt. We also threw a Paul Brown today and a few others, but all of them, we mashed those barbs down. You just don't lose fish. You just simply don't lose fish. It's a good idea. It's best for the fish. And in my opinion, it's just a good practice in general to keep, especially if you're going to net fish and things like that, because so many fish end up getting in a situation where they can't recover because you're tangled up in a net when you're throwing plugs. So the next time you're throwing plugs, come on, just mash the barbs down, or go to the traditional, the new look, the inline hook. But I'm still a proponent of mashing those barbs down, just like Doug Hannon was all those years ago, and I think they work well. All right, if you like what you're seeing here, it's amazing information that's really changing your game. You're becoming a better angler. Just give us that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. I mean, hit it 2 or 3 times. Tell your friends, because in the end, I cannot continue to do this at the frequency and consistency I'm doing it unless I got a lot more of you guys watching and subscribing. So please do that for me. All right, I've got to scrub this thing down, and I'll scrub it a lot faster if I finish my Celsius. My son would be proud of me, because I'm back on the water tomorrow with another client, Josh May. Will we go back to those trout? It'd be pretty tempting, but I'd like to find those snook I left.